everyone, so it is April favourites time and I have a really weird mix of things this month and I feel like it's not so makeup, no it is makeup heavy, I don't even know what I'm saying. I did my spring favourites last week, so I will link that in the description box so you can go and see all the different various makeup things that I've been loving on that video, because that is full of makeup. So I didn't want to like repeat myself too much, so there's a few other things I've been loving, a couple are the same because I just am like loving them. Okay, so to start off, the first thing I have been loving, you might be able to tell, is straight hair. You're probably going to be thinking, yeah, Suze, we know you always wear your hair straight anyway, get to the point. But sometimes I curl it, I give it a little bit of movement, but at the moment I just really like it nice and straight and quite sleek, which kind of goes against the grain for what most people like with their hair. Most people fight to kind of get away from what it is that I want, but my hair is naturally like curly and really textured and all of that, and people probably watch this and hate me because I'm trying to get the opposite, but at the moment I've been really, oh, foot cramp, ow, 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 oh, that hurt. But at the moment I've been really loving having straight hair, and two of the things I've been using to kind of help prolong that, because like Brighton gets really, really foggy. We have the sea mist that like rolls in always when I'm walking to work, and I've just straightened my hair and things frizz up because that's what my hair naturally does when it gets kind of damp. And the things I've been loving to kind of stop that are the Bumble Straight Shampoo and Conditioner, and these are awesome. They're really quite thick products, they're quite heavy, which kind of give it that shine and the weight that helps to keep it straight. And there's also a straightening cream that comes with it as well, which I have put, I think, in my February favourites, and I love that because that really helps with kind of like the fog and the humidity and all of that. These are really great at helping it to keep my hair straight, and they make it really nice and sleek, so I really love that. The next favourite was in a haul that I did at the beginning of April, and I will link that up below if you want to go watch it. It was very, very brief, but this is the Chapman Skin Assist Overnight Facial, and this is a really lovely oil. It comes with a really cool pump. It's kind of like flat on the top. I don't know, I just really love the packaging. It's very kind of luxe and very different to anything else that I have got sitting around in my little skincare tray. But yeah, I really, really like this. This is really lovely. It's not overly thick like some of my really natural oils are, like the Pie one and the Balance Me one. It's very light, it really sinks in, but it kind of leaves your skin just feeling so plumped and smooth and really, really lovely. And the next morning I always wake up and just am really impressed with the results on my face. It kind of reminds me of the oil version of the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair, which I really like. This was kind of like, I'd run out of the Estee Lauder and I kind of bought this and wanted to kind of compare, and the results are quite similar. I'm also really tempted to try out the, I think it's the Hydrating Booster, because that looks awesome and my skin does get quite dehydrated because I forget to drink water all the time. That needs to be my thing for May, is to drink more water. But yeah, so I've been loving that, and that is my only skincare favourite for May, and I think that's kind of because I've been loving just keeping my routine very, very simple and not switching things up too much, just because I find that my skin reacts really well to consistency, and I think that's something that I often forget when I'm trying to try out so many new things, is that just change one thing at a time, because otherwise your skin is gonna freak out. Then we move on to a brush, which is a really weird thing. I don't usually put a brush in a favourites video, but I've been loving the Tarte foundation brush, which I think you can buy alongside the 12-hour Amazonian clay foundation. It's too early in the morning for me to be remembering really long product names, but it comes with the Tarte foundation that I mentioned in my last favourites video. I can't remember, but I'll link up the name of it below anyway. But this is a really big foundation brush. Like, at first I thought it was more of a powder brush, but then I kind of looked into it and you can use it for foundation, and I was like, what? So I just kind of like pop my product on my cheek with my fingers and blend it, and it's just so fast. I talked a little bit about this in my spring makeup favourites, and you can kind of see me using it in that, so I will link that in the, I've already said I'll link it in the description box. I'm going to shut up about that now. But yeah, this is a really lovely brush, and it's very quick and it's really like incredibly soft, and I love this, and I kind of use it for concealer as well if I want to just buff that in really quickly, and it gives a really nice non-cakey finish, which I love. So I would definitely recommend picking this up if you are looking to do a Sephora haul anytime soon. The next favourite is a purchase from quite a while ago, but I actually lost it down the back of my TV stand, and because of my massive fear of spiders I was not going anywhere near ever getting it back out, but a few weeks ago boyfriend was hoovering and he decided to do like a proper hoover behind everything. He moved the TV stand and he retrieved this and one of my matte quads, so I was very happy about that. Because I really kind of missed my matte quad, but I hadn't really missed this so much, and I was like, oh my god, I completely forgot I had this. It's the Nars Creamy Radiant Creamy Concealer, I find that really hard to say, in the shade Custard, which is darker than vanilla, which is the hardest shade to get hold of, but there's been a major shortage of vanilla and custard in the UK, so I either need to get really pale or really tanned to actually sort my concealer situation out if I run out of this. But it's lasting quite well because a little goes a very long way, and I basically use this underneath my eyes with a mixture of the Origin's Plantscription concealer because they kind of balance each other out, but this gives it a real hefty dose of coverage, and because it's just slightly too dark for me at the moment, the Origins, because it's shade 1, really kind of brings the shade down just that little bit, so it's perfect for kind of like under eye concealing, and I've been loving it. And obviously another favourite is the Nars Tinted Moisturiser, and I did talk about this in my last video, so I will keep this brief, but I've literally been using this non-stop. It blends so well with my big fluffy foundation brush, and it just makes applying your base in the morning so quick and easy, and when I like have had a bit of a lie-in because obviously I haven't been sleeping, it just makes the whole process of getting ready so fast, and I've actually got my getting ready time down to a record low of I think about 10 minutes now, and if you are like a fan of winged liner and you know how long winged liner takes, to have everything on your face done in 10 minutes is amazing. So I am really impressed with the kind of like speed that I'm able to do my base at the moment. I'm just like, and then another complexion favourite. Can you tell that I've been working a lot on my base this month more than anything else? There's no kind of like eye favourites, no lip favourites, there's one nail favourite, and that is it. I've really kind of been putting more effort into my base this month. And one of the things I've been loving to give me a really nice glow is the Topshop Glow highlighter, and this is in the shade Gleam, and I just think that this is such a good highlighter. It's a very kind of like champagne-y colour, very similar to the Gemma Kid, what was it called? God, it's been discontinued for so long, I can't remember what it was called. But the Gemma Kid highlighter and the Jouer highlighter, very similar to both of those, but it's much more malleable, I want to say. Like, you can really work with it. It's a lot more kind of creamy and light, and it's very easy to blend, and I really love that. When you apply it onto your fingers in store, it always seems to be so much more glittery, and I can't tell if that's just because it actually is, or no, it's definitely less glittery than when you always try out the testers in store, and I think that's just because people go from one product to another and spread a lot of glitter, and that had always put me off, the fact that it looked so glittery. But when you apply this, it is stunning. It's just so beautiful and just gives the most lovely highlight. I literally love this so much. And also this month I have been bronzing like crazy. I think it was back in March, or yeah, I think back in March I went to film a video with Amelia. I will link her up below. If you haven't already seen our video, I'll link that as well, because that was hilarious to film. I literally did not stop laughing. But basically, you might notice if you watch it that I look like a ghost next to Amelia. I was watching it back like, damn, I am pale. And I just made a little effort to remember to put this on in the morning, and this is the Clarins Instant Smooth Self Tanning, which is a kind of self tanning primer, and I am going through this so quickly. Well, I've had it for about a year now, but I've gone through it so much that I've hit the bottom, and I'm going to repurchase it when it runs out because I love this stuff. It's awesome, and it smells really nice too for a fake tan. I'm really quite impressed with that. So this for me just actually makes it look like I do get out in the sun sometimes. So I've really been loving using this, and I've also been loving the Lizel Radiant Glow bronzer, which is one that I had a play about with it back in January, which was a very long time ago now, and I kind of I wasn't wowed by it. I was just like, oh yeah, bronzer, yeah, it's a bronzer. But it is just the most beautiful natural bronzer I've ever used. It's my favourite. I just think that it gives a really nice natural bronze, and I just use it kind of on my cheekbones, basically where the light would hit my face, and I just buff it up on my temples and across my forehead, so it basically makes it look like I actually have a slight tan, which is lovely. So moaning about my pasty skin aside, I think my last beauty favourite is the Rimmel Rita Ora 60 second nail polish in Breakfast in Bed, and this is the most beautiful mint nail polish. And I'm not into pastels. Let's just put that out there. I don't like pastels. I even said it in my spring makeup favourites. I don't like pastels, but I picked this up because I'd seen it on my boyfriend's sister's nails and I was just like, what is that? That is beautiful. And she went upstairs to her bedroom and we brought this back down and I was like, I'm so getting that, because I really, really do like the 60-second nail polishes. They last really well. They dry incredibly quickly. You have to work quite quickly with them when you apply them and have quite a steady hand, because otherwise you can seriously kind of make things go a bit gloopy. But these are really good nail polishes, and I kind of was aware of the RIta Aura range, but I hadn't really like just bought anything from it, and I bought a couple of others as well, but this has been the one that I really love. I just think that it is so pretty. So that is it for my April favourites. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe and give it a thumbs up because it makes me very happy. And yeah, I'm really excited for next Sunday's video, because next Sunday's video is actually going to be a haul from all the stuff I bought in Paris, so make sure you tune back for that. I'm really, really excited for that one. And yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys later. Bye!